I really thought Mauer or Toten was going to change pace for me and what I thought about Cold War zombies and then just zombies in general, because ever since Black Ops 3, I've been holding on to that style of zombies and my love of zombies for so long that I really wanted Mauer or Toten to change things for the better for me and make me start to enjoy zombies once again the way I used to and the way a majority of people have used to during Black Ops 3. Today I want to look back at Mauer or Toten and share my opinions on zombies and where I lie with it right now. Now, if you guys want to know my opinions on Mauer or Toten, I have a video linked in the description where I originally talked about it. And if you guys don't want to go back and watch that video, to sum it up really quickly, Mauer or Toten is the best map in Cold War Zombies by far. Compared to every map in Call of Duty history, it would probably be just below average overall, but for Cold War, it's a pretty decent map. And I thought the player retention for me was going to be a lot higher since Mauer came out. I thought I would actually be playing Mauer or Toten a lot more than I have. I honestly haven't played Mauer or Toten since I made all the videos on the complete guide for the map or my full review for the map. I haven't played it. I just haven't wanted to play it. And the thing is with Black Ops 3, even when new DLCs came out, once I completed everything, I still wanted to play it. And this is probably my own personal subjective viewpoint on zombies. I just don't enjoy it as much as I once did. There was a time where I would rather play zombies over multiplayer. Even if multiplayer was getting huge updates, I would still be playing old zombies maps. But now I only play the maps when they first come out or when I'm doing a master camo grind. And it sucks because zombies, like, out of every video game in history, I know I talk a lot about multiplayer and Warzone on my channel, but out of anything in gaming history, I am the most passionate about Call of Duty Zombies. More specifically, the OG Ether story. So Black Ops 1, 2, 3, and I would even consider 4 to be thrown in there as well. The actual Ether storyline, I was the most passionate about it. I followed it very thoroughly, and I played it more than anything else. I probably have 20 to 40 days played on Black Ops 3 Zombies alone over a couple of counts, because I know I have one account where it's 24 days played of in-game time for Black Ops 3 Zombies, which is way more than I've ever put into a multiplayer on any title, regardless of what Call of Duty or just non-Call of Duty game in general. Now that you know more about me and zombies, and if you guys are new to the channel, you guys that'll give you like the basis of where I stand on zombies. But Mauer didn't have good player retention for me, and I still believe that it's a Cold War issue in general. The gameplay at its core is fantastic. The salvage systems, the upgrades, the perks, the weapons, everything is completely optimized for just being able to play the game and have fun. Where it lacks for me is story, and it needs a better story and better flesh. One thing that I love so much about the Ether story maps is not only did the characters have really interesting traits, but the maps themselves had very distinct and unique features that gave the map's character itself. A big example of this for me is maps like Shadows of Evil, which is probably the most cinematic, actually I would say second most cinematic map behind Mob of the Dead, but that's another great example. Mob of the Dead and Shadows of Evil are basically two maps where it's a movie within a map if you do the Easter egg and follow the storyline. The atmospheres on those maps are incredible, and the music, the sound design, the story, the characters in those maps, the character that the map has itself with how it's designed and how intricate and well thought out everything is. It makes you feel like you're playing an experience. It's not just, oh, we're gonna play this map like Cold War, where when you play Firebase Z or D Machine, it's just like another ordinary map. But old zombies used to have so much character in the map itself. When you look at maps like Moon, Shadows of Evil, Origins, all of these, like the most amazing maps of Call of Duty history that are widely seen as the best zombies maps of all time, have so much more than just shoot and kill zombies to them. And I think that's where Cold War lacks the most for me, is the lack of story. Sure, there's intel story, and there is tons of Easter eggs in the game, and there's character dialogue and the announcers and stuff like that, but I don't feel immersed in the story. I know that if you want the full story, you can find the intel and listen to it in the main menu. But what I liked so much about Black Ops 3 and even Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 4 is while playing the map, you got to understand the story itself. Dead of the Night, perfect example of it. As you progress through the map, even just to unlock Pack-a-Punch and open up the map, you learn so much about the story of what's going on, not only in the map itself, but the actual character storyline itself. And the thing is to get Cold War's story, the story is separated from the gameplay itself, which makes it hard for me to immerse myself in the story while playing the game, because I don't want to have to go listen to audio files and read a bunch of stuff after I play the game. I want to experience it while playing the game. And lots of people in past videos of mine have brought up the argument, well, radios in old maps were pretty much the exact same thing, where you had to go find them if you wanted to hear some extra bits of the story. And where that is true, the thing that separates radios from intel for me is the radios you could listen to in game while you're running around the map and actually doing something, and not just sitting on a main menu. And I know without main characters in the Cold War story, other than like Samantha Maxis, but even then you can be the Samantha Maxis operator while doing the Easter egg and stuff like that, so it kind of breaks the illusion a little. Actually, it breaks the illusion fully for me, but having generic operators takes away so much from what made zombies incredible in previous titles. When I think of zombies and characters, some of the first things that come to mind are some of the amazing quotes that characters had for specific maps. I don't remember if it was Nikolai or Dempsey. When they drank Quick Revive on Keynote or Toten in Black Ops 1, they would kind of choke and gargle and say, ew, it tastes like fish. And they were more immersed in the map because the characters were written for the map rather than just this generic story base. It's, for me, the Cold War story is like watching a movie with no main actors and actresses. It's just all generic people. And the movie, let's say, hypothetically is 2 hours long, but in the 2-hour long movie, the only characters you see are generic characters that maybe have 1 to 4 lines of dialogue that gets repeated over and over again. And that's how I feel with zombies. Sure, in the old Call of Duty games, if you went to high rounds or just played for long amounts of time, you would hear characters say the same quote over and over again. But the thing is the characters had emotion and actual like character traits tied to them. So even though you would hear it over and over again, you fell in love with the characters, which made you fall in love with the game. The original 4 zombies characters, Nikolai, Takeo, Dempsey, and Richtofen, are widely seen as the most popular characters in video game history, specifically because how they were written. And I'm a huge story guy when it comes to zombies. Gameplay is everything to me as well, but you can have great gameplay like in Cold War, but I love to follow a story with zombies because that's what I fell in love with zombies for. I love the gameplay and I love the Easter eggs and I love the actual mechanics of the game, but what made me love the game so much more was on top of the great mechanics of previous games, you had amazing stories and characters, and how it was written was absolutely incredible. And I think Cold War Zombies just needs more story and more flesh to have more player retention for me, because the only time I play zombies now is to get Dark Ether on new DLC weapons whenever new DLC weapons come out, and then I never think to play zombies again. And of course, when new maps and new Easter eggs come out, I do those Easter eggs usually right off the bat, but then again, I'd never play it after that. And I've lost my enjoyment for zombies so much that I haven't even done the second Outbreak Easter egg. And I know Outbreak's its own beast and its own thing to talk about and tackle. I just don't enjoy it that much, so I haven't even done the second Easter egg yet. I've done the first Easter egg, and I've done all the Easter eggs on every other map and have done complete guides for those maps, minus Outbreak. But other than that, I just am not enjoying it. I have, since Cold War has launched, I have gone back and played more Black Ops 3 zombies and Black Ops 4 zombies than Cold War zombies in general. I think I only have 6 days played in zombies in Cold War, and I probably have added in Black Ops 3 another 8-9 hours of in-game time playing Easter eggs from Chronicles, and then doing the Ryzen Easter egg and all those old Easter eggs, and just playing to have fun. So that's where my thoughts and opinions are on zombies are right now, and why Cold War Zombies is just meh and isn't super good. And I think there's a lot of issues more than just story for me that cause the game to be less than par. Anyway, leave a like if you guys did enjoy, dislike if you didn't. Use code WILD on gamersubs.gg for 10% off. And if you guys have made it this far in the video, August 13th to 14th, they are going to make my code free shipping worldwide, which means you can get the free sample pack for 100% free. Anyway, I'm about to head out. If there is one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.